Hi, this is a question from a GCSE exam paper. I have been questioned by a few pupils, so I thought I will share that with you. What we need to do in this question, we need to prove the angle PSR, which is PSR, which means that angle is 60 degrees. The information given in this question is that OPQR is a rhombus, so OPQR is a rhombus. And SP and SR two tangents, so these are actually two tangents. So if I write them down, that these are two tangents. I will talk to you about this. So PS or SP and SR, the two tangents. Now, which means that two tangents, we know that two tangents should be equal in length. Okay, so that distance is same as that distance, right? What we know, what we need to do is we need to prove that this angle, the angle here, is 60 degrees. So we need to prove that. Okay, the angle is 60 degrees. Now, there are a few things about circles which we need to know. When we've got a tangent coming from a certain point, it touches the circle. Tangent makes an angle of 90 degrees with the radius, because I can see that that's the center of the circle. Okay, so that is 90 degrees. Likewise, we've got 90 degrees here. Okay, so if I look at the bigger rectangle, OPSR, these two angles are 90 degrees, right? Now, let's assume that this angle outside the rhombus is x, which means the angle between tangent and the side of rhombus is x, right? Now, if that angle is 90 degrees, then that means the inside angle of this rhombus will be 90 minus x. Okay, because the angle is x degrees, so that angle has to be 90 minus x. Now, if that angle is 90, take away x, that angle is allied with this angle, which means that angle and that, they should make 180 degrees. Okay, because that line is parallel to this line. Okay, and that line in a rhombus should be parallel to this line. Okay, so these two sides, in a rhombus all sides are equal in length, but the opposite sides are parallel to each other, right? Now, if the angle is 90 minus x, that has to be 90 plus x to make it 180 degrees for both of them, right? Now, we know that there's a circle theorem that the angle at the edge is half of angle at the center. Okay, so angle at the center is double than the angle at the circumference, right? So that angle is half of this angle, right? So if I try to work this angle out, that angle has to be double than this angle. So if I double 90 degrees, I get 180, and double x is 2x. Now, in a rhombus, opposite angles are equal, so if that's 90 plus x, this angle has to be 90 plus x degrees, right? So we know that that's a point. Angles at a point add up to 360, so which means 180 plus 2x add 90 add x should make 360 degrees. Okay, now which means that 90 and 180 make 270 degrees. 2x and x makes 3x, which is equal to 360 degrees. So take 270 away from both sides, which leaves you with 3x equals, what is 360 take with 270? 90. Now that means my angle X is 30 degrees. Okay, so 90 divided by 3 is 30 degrees. So which means that angle is 30, which means this angle is 60. Now if that angle is 60, this angle is 90 plus 30, which is 120. This is 120 as well. Okay, so which also means that this angle is 60. 60, 60, 120 and 120 make 360. Angles in a quadrilateral add up to 360. Now if that angle is 120, this angle with this angle makes 180, because it's a quadrilateral. If you think about it, this is a quadrilateral, and in a quadrilateral, angles add up to 360 degrees, but that angle and that are 60, but the outer angle is 90, isn't it? So 90 and 90. So let's work it out. What we do is we know that that angle is 90, so I've got 90 plus the other 90, add 120 degrees. Let's call this angle as Y. Add Y should make 360 degrees, right? So 90, 90 and 120, they make 300. So 300 plus Y is equal to 360, which means Y is 360 take with 300, so Y is 60 degrees. And that's what we needed to prove. The angle PSR is 60 degrees. This question had 5 marks in that GCSE exam paper. So I hope that you would have coped well with this question. But this is one of the ways you can work this angle PSR out. Thank you for watching.